Other interesting political news, you have Tim Walz calling Elon Musk gay, which, interesting move there, Tim Walz. Interesting move. I mean, this did get Tim Walz in the news. That's a rare thing. He's usually pretty busy about lying about, having the stolen valor, and was it IVF, and then putting tampons in boys' restrooms. He's a pretty busy guy, as well as ordering police to shoot people with paintball guns when they disobey the curfew in Minnesota, and letting his city burn during the George Floyd summer love riots. He's a busy guy. Now, this comes to us thanks to Doge Designer. Now, Tim Walz did one thing right. He did wear a suit, so I'll give him that credit. Although, not the best jacket-shirt combo, but nevertheless, he did kind of suit up. Now, Doge Designer says, quote, breaking, the Democratic vice president candidate, Tim Walz, called Elon Musk a gay guy. This is beyond pathetic. Elon Musk is a national asset and deserves respect, regardless of the party or candidate he supports. Shame on Democrats, which, again, if this is the 1990s, you would guess that this is a pejorative slur, back then it used to be stupid, used to mean you're somewhat stupid or something like that. But this is from the Progressive Party where I would guess they would consider it nowadays a compliment. And I don't know what Tim Walz is thinking, because I'm not seeing, I don't see how this would actually make Tim Walz look better, or, make Elon look worse. Because, obviously, if you look at Elon's life, he has more kids than most. I think he has up to 12 by now. So in terms of the technical, vernacular, no, he's not. He kind of has a proven track record of not being gay, if you want to get into technicalities. But again, does this make you want to support Tim Walz? Not at all. We'll hear it straight from the horse's mouth, so to say. We'll maximize the screen here. There's Tim Walz at the podium. Of course, the message on the podium doesn't have anything about their ideals or thoughts, or even his name, which, again, their party, a lot of people in the party are just saying, vote blue no matter who, which, mentally vacuous, you shouldn't do that. Even if you're on the right as well, you should always be able to give 3 coherent reasons that you should vote for candidate, at least I think. And, of course, the little placard from Tim Walz at the podium just says, text vote to some number, and it says Detroit, Michigan on the top in small font. Which, don't forget, Kamala wants to make the whole U.S. like Detroit, which should have shot her campaign down in New York a minute, because anyone who's been to Detroit in the past century would laugh and say, oh yeah, that's a terrible idea. We need to get the hell out. Which is why my family got out as soon as they could. And we have some relatives who live in the suburbs, and, more often than not, we invite them to come to us. Let's just say that much. But now, too much further ado.
If you're a billionaire, Elon Musk, for example, say, that guy got it. Michigan knows that word. Look, that dude got a tax cut. If you're a billionaire.
Oh, don't forget, Elon Musk paid more taxes than anyone in history. And yet the government still ran a deficit. They're so inept with our money. Like, it's never enough. Don't even get me started on the taxes in the top 1% paying, 40% of all the federal income? Ridiculous. Now, it's pretty viral. Not as viral as I thought. Got 149,000 views. Well, it's just, again, from Doge Designer. A lot of people reposting it, and 2.5 thousand likes. One of the first comments comes from Elon Musk himself, saying, quote, I have no problem being called gay. TPH. Getting 3.2 thousand likes, which, again, it's 2024. I don't know many people who consider, on average, I don't think much people think that's an insult anymore these days, especially because, they know Elon's not. But I still understand what Tim Walz is going for in this situation. Now, you also have Robbie Starbucks saying, quote, says the guy who puts tampons in boys' restrooms, getting 81 likes. Which, yeah, that's weird. Libercat Media TM says, oh, Elon Musk response to this should be golden. Can't wait to see him stick a tampon in Tim. And it's a picture of Tim Walz with the tampon on his nose, getting 45 likes. Let's see. American Papa Bear says, quote, can't wait to hear Elon Musk's response to this, getting 82 likes, which, again, Elon's response was, I have no problem being called gay. Getting 3.3? 3.2 thousand likes. Nick J says he's projecting as Tim Walz creepily dancing to the podium, getting 84 likes, which, yeah, I don't know any guys who walk like that who, yeah, it's a very unusual walk he's going for. Again, he did put a jacket on, did something right in that little campaign photo, but that's more akin to frolicking, which I don't know anyone who's doing that on the campaign trails these days, so I guess that's a unique marketing technique he's going for, I guess. Again, click that subscribe button. I have that theory. When I first, with my speaking ineptitudes, my stuttering, when I first started the show, basically no subscribers, except me and my parents, and I spoke terribly. I spoke a mile a minute. I, stumbled over, I mispronounced a lot of things. I didn't enunciate enough, mostly monotone. and I stumbled over my words worse than Joe Biden trying to climb upstairs. However, as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, I become more and more articulate in my speaking. Granted, some might say it's just modicum of improvement, but a slowly but surely improvement nevertheless, fueling my theory that if you click that button and tell your friends, I might someday go through an entire episode speaking perfectly articulately. Someday. So, again, if you can click that button and tell your friends, or shoot, tell your enemies. Show this to your enemies. I mean, they might become your friends, or they might become so irate because they hate the content that you end up just poking the bear and making the situation worse. But at least you have a funny story out of it. So, just for a reminder to click that button and tell your friends. You have Val saying, quote, Tampon Tim is the last person that needs to be calling another man gay, getting 45 likes, which, again, most people don't see as an insult these days. I really don't see, I still don't get what Tim was going for here. Alpha Bravo says Elon Musk has more babies than Tim Walz has brain cells, which that's a low bar in terms of brain cells of Tim Walz, but also true. Getting 61 likes. Let's see. Stock Squirrel on YouTube said it says he's a dumb guy. It's a picture of Dumb and Dumber, but it's in Photoshop, so it's Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, getting 28 likes. Malcolm Flex says, quote, why would the party that champions gay rights and the LGBT positive messaging use the word gay as a pejorative towards Elon? Getting 54 likes, let's make it 55 likes. Good question. Let's see here. Fight with memes. No, they didn't respond to meme form. A little disappointed with that name and the lack of a meme. But nevertheless, this alleged Fight with Memes account says, quote, this effeminate, well, can't think of a way to keep this family friendly, so I'll just say this effeminate man calling Elon gay is a peak irony. This picture of Tim flamboyantly waving around with Kamala Harris getting 39 likes. Let's see here. Mega American Woman says, quote, Elon is not interested in you. He has 3 wives and 11 children. He's busy. America loves Elon. This picture of Elon with the MAGA hat behind American flag getting 41 likes. Jeez. There's a very famous interview with the African American reporter, and he basically asked someone, why are you gay? And it went viral years ago, and the memes still go viral to this day. I mean, it's standing the meme test of time, and they photoshopped him juxtapositioned with Tim Walz, and Tim Walz is trying to take a picture with a smartphone in the most awkward way possible, holding it above his head. And his other hand is, how do we call it? It's almost like a Frenchman holding a cigarette, very limply. And Fight with Memes. A+, they did in fact respond to meme form this time. So it's, quote, Walz, Elon Musk is gay. Also Walz. And it's Tim Walz. Yeah, who holds a smartphone with one hand when you're trying to take a picture? And of course, he's with Marxist Sean Fain there as well. And, yeah, got 27 likes. So, as a sports balls metaphor would say, it's an interesting move there, Cotton. Let's see what happens. Because, again, Elon Musk is supporting Donald Trump, so, that's your opponent in terms of politics. So, apparently, Tim's trying to be bombastic, or, I would guess he's trying to use it in a negative light towards Elon, in which case, most people, especially the LGBT community, should be irate with Tim in terms of using that term in a pejorative manner. Which, again, they should be irate. They should be, the support for Tim Walz should crater like a Boeing airplane. We'll see if it actually does, or if they just, stick the mantra, vote blue no matter who. But, again, one of the weirdest things Tim Walz can possibly say, and, for most people, it's to tank a campaign overnight. I don't know if it will or not, but let me know in the comments. Do you think, I don't know how Tim Walz recovers from this. Again, he's also the, respective VP, so there's not as much attention, a spotlight on him. But, yeah, as he would say, it was a weird move. And I can't help but think this will only hurt him in the polls and, upcoming election. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, to anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.